3, 2, 1, and lift off! Hello, my name is Abby, and welcome back to the Space Exploration Agency. Recently, I was thinking about my early days in Kerbal Space Program and how I was just flying to space in order to look down to Kerbin and enjoy this marvelous view. And yeah, in the wake of those sentimental moments, I just like to fly to space today and look down to Kerbin in order to bring back some of those great memories. Yeah, this is what I do now. I am heading for space and I am using once again my standard space launch system, but this time I'm just using the central core booster of it, as the payload is pretty light and I just like to enter an orbit around Kerbin, and so it's not necessary to use the two strap-on solid rocket boosters. And yeah, I am now heading for space. That's fantastic, that's amazing. I'm having really a blast. That's fantastic, I enjoy it. This is so amazing. And yeah, I'm so happy to just do this relaxing flight to Kerbal Orbit, because yeah, soon I will start to assemble the moon base, and I think this will include a lot of launches and some hard work, and so it's good to relax just a bit and to do some fun things. And well, I think I should expedite a little bit my gravity turn. I have already reached an altitude of more than 20 kilometers, so I think I can now turn over to the 45-degree marker on the nav ball. Alright, this is good. And yeah, it's so fantastic to just enjoy a little bit the game, to just enjoy this marvelous view down to Kerbin from an orbit. And yeah, that's so fantastic, that's so amazing. And I really enjoy it. I really enjoy this mission I've planned for today. And how am I doing? I have already an apoapsis of 120 kilometers. This is good. I think I'll like to aim today for a circular 500 kilometer orbit around Kerbin, so that's good. Okay, I can now... well, I can wait a little bit. Soon we will leave the atmosphere and then I can jettison the fairing. And I can prepare my orbit insertion burn coming up in 3 minutes, and at first I will enter an about 150 kilometer orbit. Okay, now we are in space. We have left the atmosphere, so I can jettison the fairing and I can also do the stage separation. Alright, very good. So as you can see, my spacecraft is very small. But yeah, it's powerful enough and good enough to just fly to an orbit around Kerbin, so that we can enjoy this marvelous view and just, yeah, enjoy the joy of spaceflight. And that's pretty amazing. So I can activate the engine of the upper stage. Alright, very good. Still 2.5 minutes to go until we will reach the apoapsis. So I can do a quick time warp. Okay, and yeah, 18 seconds, it's time to begin the orbit insertion burn. I can close this, and wow, just when we look down from here, it looks so beautiful, so amazing to see this blue haze. Wow, I'm over the moon. I am really over the moon. I really enjoy all those space flight experiences in Kerbal Space Program. It's so fantastic, it's so amazing, and all the time I'm doing this, it brings back so many great memories I had during the first days of playing Kerbal Space Program and enjoying this fantastic game. So yeah, I'm really happy to just bring back some of those memories, and maybe when you watch this episode you have the exact same memories, that you think, wow, really, the first days in Kerbal Space Program were really amazing. It was such an amazing time to see Kerbin for the very first time from space, and yeah, it's really fantastic. It's so beautiful. Yeah, so I am now in my initial orbit, and I think I like to have even... well, I think I will do this a little bit later. So, okay, we can now look down from our orbit down to Kerbin. That's fantastic. And when I turn the spacecraft a little bit around and like so, we might be even able to see Kerbin out of our window. Wow, that's a fantastic view. I like it. This is so beautiful to see this, to look out of the window and to see Kerbin. And yeah, we can even see some, well, the islands off the coast of Kerbal Space Center, and that's fantastic. That's so amazing. That's so beautiful. I am all the time so happy to see this and to just enjoy all of those spaceflight missions, and so I'm really happy. And yeah, unfortunately the Vanilla Cast P cockpit is a little bit scarce, so there are not so many information. It would be really cool to have some more information about the current orbit and the current status of the spacecraft. But yeah, this is nothing we can have right now. And okay, soon we will enter orbital sunset. This is also one of the most beautiful moments. So let us just do a quick time warp so that we can really enjoy an orbital sunset. Can we even do it like so? Wow, yeah, this is fantastic. This looks great. This looks really, really amazing to look out of the window and to see the sun melt with Kerbin. Wow, that's beautiful. That's so amazing. I'm all the time so happy when I see this. And yeah, this really brings back some great memories. And I hope this mission does the exact same thing for you. And wow, look at this. This is so amazing. It's so beautiful. Now we can clearly see the atmosphere of Kerbin. Wow, marvelous. Just fantastic. So great. Okay. I like now to see the orbital sunrise. That's good. Okay, we can orbit around Kerbin. Okay. The horizon is getting brighter and brighter. That's all the time a very, very magic moment. Such a magical moment. And yeah, soon, okay, there's orbital sunrise. That's so beautiful. That's so amazing. I like it. I like it a lot. That's so fantastic. And okay, now I can continue with the time warp as I like to see Kerbin from above. And this is all the time so beautiful to just look down to Kerbin and, well, to see maybe some features like this crater. That's so amazing to just realize, okay, wow, I can drive there, I can go there, I can fly there, and I can see those features from up close, but I can also see them from up here and from space, and that's so beautiful, that's so amazing. So yeah, I'm literally over the moon. I'm so happy to enjoy all of this. And okay, now, as I said, I like to fly to a 500 kilometer orbit, so I can now prepare this maneuver, and from there we should be able to see Kerbin in its entirety, and that's pretty amazing. That's all the time so cool. 457, 499, we're almost there. 501, okay, just a tiny bit less. 500, alright, that's good, that's perfect. Okay, I can now rotate around and easy. Aim for the maneuver node. So, here we go. Here we go, that's good. Alright, and cut the engine just a little bit. Okay, now I like to do the rest of the burn. Okay, I can close this from here, just a little bit, and cut the engine. Alright, 500 kilometers, perfect. So now I can set a maneuver node up here to prepare the next maneuver that will circularize the orbit. Easy. 500 by 500. This would be perfect. This would be amazing. Okay, it's a 12-second burn coming up in 24 minutes. So in 24 minutes, we will look down to Kerbin from 500 kilometers. That's amazing. That's fantastic. Okay, we can fly out there. Wow. That's cool. That's really amazing. We can see more and more of Kerbin. That's so beautiful. Oh, maybe we need to climb even higher, but I think, yeah, that's high enough. I think 500 kilometers is high enough. That's good. Okay, just a couple of minutes. 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1. Just a couple of seconds. Alright, unfortunately we are now in the shadow of Kerbin, but that's not so problematic, because we will just execute the burn in a couple of seconds, and then we are in our 500 kilometer orbit, and we can look over and look down to Kerbin, and that's so amazing, that's so beautiful. Okay, just a couple of seconds. And here we go, here we go. Time to circularize the orbit. Okay, and cut the engine. Now I like to do it from here. You can bring out the numbers hopefully. Okay. Good. And 501 by 499. That's almost perfect. That's almost perfect. I think I will fly out over here and then do a very, very short burn. And yeah, over there we should be back in the sunlight, which is pretty amazing because then we can really enjoy a marvelous view down to Kerbin. There's a second orbital sunrise. That's fantastic. That's so beautiful, and it's so amazing to see Kerbin from this high altitude. I am so happy. I really enjoy this. Wow, that's beautiful. That's so cool. Okay. Now I can turn prograde. And it's just a short impulse. 502 by 501. Okay, that's good. Maybe I can fix it with another short impulse, but yeah, we are almost in a perfect circular orbit. 501 by 501. That's perfect. We are really in a circular orbit. That's amazing. That's so great. Wow. Okay. But we are not done yet. We are not done yet because now I like to get rid of this upper stage, and in this case I can now deploy the spacecraft. Okay, okay, the spacecraft is deployed. That's amazing. That's fantastic. I can start its engines and I can extend the solar panel. That's good, so that we can recharge our batteries. Alright, amazing, fantastic. Okay, that's cool. We can look down to Kerbin from this high altitude. Wow, what a marvelous view, what a fantastic view. That's so fantastic, that's so amazing. And yeah, okay, now I'd just like to go back for a brief moment to the upper stage because we don't need it anymore. And so I can make sure that it will fall back into the atmosphere of Kerbin and disintegrate, so that we can get rid of it. Okay. And goodbye. So, that's fantastic. That's amazing. The spacecraft is now in a circular 500 kilometer orbit. Well, I think the 503, yeah. The decoupler gave the spacecraft a tiny impulse. And so, well, the apoapsis is a little bit higher, but that's alright. Okay, we are in this orbit. This is fantastic. That's so amazing. We can look down to Kerbin and enjoy this marvelous view. But yeah, there is still one thing left I like to do. I can at first retract the solar arrays to make sure that they're not getting damaged. And now I can go on an EVA. Do you remember the great moment of your very first EVA you have done in Kerbal Space Program? Wow, that's such a fantastic moment when you realize, okay, I am now floating in space. I am now in, yeah, high above Kerbin and I'm floating around. And wow, that's fantastic. This is really one of the, yeah, this was probably one of my biggest highlights. And during the early days of playing Kerbal Space Program, as I got to space as I entered an orbit, and I did my very first EVA, and this is really fantastic. And so I really enjoyed this. This was so fantastic. This was so amazing doing this. Oh, and we have the moonrise. That's perfect. That's so great. We can see the moonrise, and yeah, so I am, well, moonrise, and I'm over the moon because I'm so happy seeing all of this. And wow, it's a really fantastic thing to be here and to fly around, be on an EVA, and yeah, just enjoy this marvelous view. It's so beautiful. It's so fantastic. Okay, yeah. Well, I think this mission really brought back some great memories. I can still remember all those great moments, as said, as I did my very first EVA and as I saw my very first eclipse and the moon, and then at some point I tried to fly to the moon, and wow, this was really an exciting time. And I'm still happy that I'm still playing Kerbal Space Program and that I can still enjoy this fantastic game. And I think we can even look over to the moon out of our spacecraft. Yeah, there's the moon, there's the moon. That's cool, that's so fantastic. Wow, I like it. I am really happy. So, okay. We are in space, we are in our circular 500-kilometer orbit. And yeah, I think this is good. But I like to do one thing before we come to an end with this episode. In preparation, oh dear, now it's nighttime down here, that's it, so we will have a nighttime launch, that's also good. In preparation of the upcoming construction of the moon base, we need to find a good landing site, and in order to, let me just find the right spacecraft, the Moon Surveyor, that's the right spacecraft, and yeah, we need to find the right landing site. Alright, here we are at the launch pad, and the rocket is ready to go, so I can adjust the throttle, switch on SES, and for the second time today, 3, 2, 1, and lift off. Yeah, here we go. Wow, it's so amazing seeing those two solid rocket boosters doing their work during a nighttime launch. That's so fantastic. This is such a beautiful picture, and yeah, I like it. I like it. Unfortunately, as soon as they have finished their job and we have jettisoned them, it will be quite dark, but that's alright. That's alright. Soon we will see the sun again, and then yeah, we can once again enjoy the beauty of spaceflight, and that's fantastic. That's really fantastic. So yeah, I'm launching a probe now that will fly out to the moon in order to find a good landing site where we can build the moon base, because during the design phase of the moon base I noticed that it is quite necessary to have well, a server that is flat as possible to make it easier to dock the modules to each other. And yeah, in this case I like now to search for a good landing site. And okay, now I can throttle up the central crew booster, jettison the solid rocket boosters, and I think I can now start to expedite my gravity turn. I've already reached an altitude of 15 kilometers. This rocket is really powerful, especially when I use the standard space launch system in its most powerful configuration with those two solid rocket boosters, and I'm doing this for the same reason I had during the launch of the moon gravity experiment, as wow, we are shooting into the sky quite fast, so I can now turn over to the 20-degree marker on the nav ball right away. Wow, this is crazy. I missed a little bit my gravity turn, but that's alright. Yeah, I used this powerful configuration for the reason that I like to have as much possible I like to have as much fuel as possible around the moon, and so I like to have, well, as much fuel as possible in space, and this is the main reason why I use this configuration again. And okay, soon we will reach the 100 kilometer mark. Okay, fantastic, fantastic. So I can now add a maneuver node over there. Very good. And yeah, I like to use the central core booster for the majority of the orbit insertion burn. And well, now I can do a quick time warp. Okay, we are now in space, so I can now do much faster time warp. Okay, very good. Only 30 seconds until we will reach the apoapsis. So I can now begin with my orbit insertion burn. Oh dear. Turn back around. Okay, good. Here we go, here we go. And well, I can even jettison the fairing now. Goodbye fairing. Very good. And I can get rid of this maneuver node. Alright. So I hope... well, I need to keep an eye on the velocity. Okay, alright. I can now jettison the central core booster and start the engine of the upper stage to finalize the orbit insertion burn. We're almost there. We are almost there. Just a little bit, and we are in an orbit around Kerbin. Okay, that's the periapsis, and... okay. 100 by 105 kilometer orbit, that's fantastic. So, where's the moon? The moon is over there. I can set it as my target. We are off by 0.3 degrees. That's okay, but I still like to fix it. It's the ascending node, so... just a minor change to the trajectory to get an equatorial orbit and to be to have the same inclination, or to match the inclination of the moon, or to match the orbit of the moon. Alright, this is good. So I can do a quick time warp. Unfortunately, we are still in the shadow of Kerbin. That's a little bit sad because it's now so dark out here, but yeah, soon we will be back in the sunlight. Alright, very good. Okay, now, the moon, the best position to fly out to the moon could be somewhere over here. Let's see, is this the right position? Yeah, looking good. We're almost there. 28 kilometers. Okay, this is good. This looks pretty good. So, in 11 minutes and a couple of seconds, orbital sunrise, very beautiful. Okay, and well, as you can see, the spacecraft or the probe is pretty similar to the probe I used in the moon gravity experiment. And that's good, that's good. It's a proven design, and so it should get the work done. And it should have more than enough fuel in order to check various landing sites. And yeah, I can now begin my trans-lunar injection. I can now begin my journey out to the moon with this probe. And it's good that I have so much fuel left, so I can use the upper stage for the majority of the first powered descent. And that's quite important because, yeah, this saves a lot of fuel in my probe, or for my probe, and that's good. That's really important for this type of mission, when I might have to land on various sites in order to find really the perfect spot. And okay, we have nearly completed the burn. That's good. Just a few seconds and cut the engine. Alright. 156. Okay, just a little bit more to reduce the periapsis and cut the engine. 15 kilometers. That's fantastic. That's amazing. Okay. Moon encounter in 4 hours 30. Okay, this time I'm quite sure that I will not do a strange warp here situation as I did a couple of episodes ago. This was really weird. Okay, goodbye Kerbin, we are now flying to the moon. That's fantastic. Wow, this looks beautiful. And there's our good friend, Mr. Moon. That's cool, that's amazing. Okay. Yeah, we are here, and in the wake of those sentimental moments. Do you remember your first mission to the moon? This was also exciting. This was so crazy, reaching the moon for the very first time, and even the very first moon landing. Oh wow, this was really a scary moment, to descend to the surface of the moon and to try to land your spacecraft without crashing it. And yeah, this was fantastic. This was really a great memory and a great moment of my Kerbal Space Program career. I think everyone had this moment for the very first moon landing that was so exciting and so amazing. Okay, now I can approach the moon. Okay, easy. We are already almost there. And it's time to do the orbit insertion burn to enter an orbit around the moon. Alright. And here we go. Okay, we are now in an orbit around the moon. That's fantastic. And cut the engine. Alright. So yeah, an initial 15 by 23 kilometer orbit. That's good. That's really good. And yeah, in the next episode, I will start to search for a good landing site. And so this wraps up this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope you will be joining me in the next episode. Until then, my name is Abby. See you!